Talofa, Malele, Bula, and welcome to Season 5, Episode 28 of Breakfast Bites by TEIVOVOsports.com. A wrap of Pasifika Peoples sports on a bright and sunny Sunday morning, 30th April 2023. Coming to you from paradise on the 180th meridian in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. In rugby union, led around the park by the astute boot of Beauden Barratt, the Blues won easily 30-14 against a lackluster Fijian Drua side in Lautoka yesterday. However, trailing at 14-30 in the second half, the Fijian Drua scored a spectacular try from a counter-attack started inside their 22-metre red zone, but which was called back by the assistant referee for a forward pass. I watched that passage of play several times in slomo, and for the life of me cannot see that forward pass. In fact, I would say that the Fijian Drua players were simply too fast in their running and interpassing for the match officials, especially that touch judge. Meanwhile, in the big clash of the Kiwi champions in Hamilton, the Chiefs 34 over the Crusaders 24, the Rebels 43-33 over Moana Pasifika, and Queensland 31 against the Force 17. In Stellenbosch, South Africa, the women's and men's semi-finals have been confirmed after a scintillating Day 2 at the World Rugby Sevens Challenger Series 2023. The women's semi-finals sees Belgium versus China and Czechia versus South Africa. While in the men's semi-finals, Germany take on Tonga and Belgium play Chile tonight. The winner of this two rounds women's comp based on aggregate points will secure entry to the HSB Sevens World Series 2024. Likewise for the men, the competition winner based on aggregate points following this second tournament will enter a 4-team playoff at the HSB London Sevens in late May, with the winner achieving that coveted HSBC Sevens World 7 Series 2024 status. In Rugby League, the West Tigers have produced the upset of the season, stunning reigning NRL premiers, the Penrith Panthers, 12-8 in Bathurst last night. The incredible win was the Tigers' first of the season and ended a 12-game losing streak that stretched back 273 days. It was built on the back of Tigers halfback Luke Brooks' best performance in years, booting 40 20s either side of half-time, which both led to tries. The Dolphins once again gave away their opposition too much of a first-half lead, with the Canberra Raiders scoring 18 unanswered points in the first 22 minutes of their game. While the Dolphins beat the Titans after trailing 26-0 at half-time last weekend, they couldn't get the job done against Ricky Stewart's men yesterday, going down 31-30 in Golden Point time. Jack Whiten was in tears at full-time after that thrilling 31-30 Golden Point win over the Dolphins in Wagga Wagga yesterday. Whiten has endured an emotional week after telling teammates he was leaving at the end of this season after 14 years to join South Sydney. The Canberra Star's decision was heavily scrutinised and for which he copped racist abuse on social media. Nothing changes. In football, former Paris Saint-Germain and Tottenham manager Mauricio Pochettino is very close to taking charge at Chelsea, who crashed to a fifth straight loss under Frank Lampard's second spell as their boss. This time to their West London neighbours, Brentford, 2-0 at Stamford Bridge in their worst run since 1993. In sports biz, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese announced yesterday that his federal government would pledge 240 million Australian dollars towards building a new 715 million Australian multipurpose stadium at Macquarie Point in Tasmania. The Tasmanian state government will cover half of the cost, with the AFL contributing 15 million and the state government also borrowing 85 million to make it happen. And in boxing, heavyweight boxing superstar Tyson Fury could be headed down under in May as close friend Kiwi Samoan Joseph Parker looks to headline a massive Melbourne fight card on 24 May It also boasts Nikita Tszyu and the professional heavyweight debut of AFL great Cameron Mooney. Former WBO World Heavyweight Champion Parker, a long-time training partner of Fury, is a chance of having the reigning WBC King ringside as he faces Queenslander Fainga Django Opelu for the Commonwealth Heavyweight title. Django the Queenslander sounds Tongan to me. For TEIVOVOsports.com, I'm Calden Kamea. Mahalo, vinaka, and thank you. Please hit the subscribe button below if you'd like to receive more Pasifika sports highlights on Breakfast Bites. And thank you all too much for all your love and support.